Hello, everybody. Welcome to the special program, Legendary Encounters. I'm Niu Honglin.
And I'm Steve. Thanks so much for being with us today.
We actually have a lot of friends online joining the show. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Great
to have you.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Yes, so the theme of today's show is Legendary Encounters, and this is a special show for International Chinese Language Day. And when it comes to Chinese Language Day, actually it is also a day observed annually on April 20th, and it is a United Nations initiative that celebrates multilingualism and cultural diversity, particularly focusing on the Chinese language, one of UN's 6 official languages.
Yeah, this is going to be a great show today, and I can't wait to say hello to some of the faces and the voices out there from all parts of the world.
Yes, wave your hands to us.
Yeah,
saying
exactly.
Hi. Great to have you. And for today's show, the theme we picked is something that I think all of us can share a little bit. That is mythology, fairy tale, folk tale, basically stories that people wish that had happened, but maybe they have not happened. So for those of you who are watching who does not really have a great concrete idea or want to refresh your memory about Chinese mythology, here is a short video that you can enjoy.
Step into a world where love, magic, and destiny intertwine like a dazzling display of fireworks. A place where legends are born,
New Naja came into being.
warriors rise,
Great warrior, so bravely did she fight.
hearts are tested,
Also decided to take the box of gold.
mysteries unfold,
Emitted a long roar.
and friendships endure.
You've made me so happy.
Every twist surprises,
The people knew that their end had come.
every legend lingers.
You're coming with me, young lady.
Sit back, relax, and join us as we journey through these timeless tales together.
So when we were kids, like you said, these kind of stories are where imagination took us. It would be the kind of superhero that touches us a lot. So I want to direct this question to our friends online. Who is your favorite, especially in Chinese mythology, superhero?
Ooh, good question.
你心中最伟大的、最喜欢的、最爱的中国神话英雄有谁？I see online 在线上有一位秦中南。Hi， 你好。
Hi there.
大家好，其实我读过很多关于中国神话，尤其是在中国北京，去了拍一个节目，就关于中国的这个孙悟空啊，我很喜欢他。
谢谢，我觉得这是一个非常好的回答。
Thanks for talking with us today.
那我们来看有没有其他的答案，比如说我们线上还有一些其他的答案，我们来看一下下一位跟我们互动的朋友是谁。Hi，Hello， 你好。
我叫李倩志，我今年9岁，我住在加拿大蒙特利尔。
你最喜欢的中国英雄、神话英雄是谁啊？
哪吒。
哦，哪吒啊，为什么呢？
因为我知道也不知道，我知道的是因为它可以变成火，和它有火的轮，
风火轮。
对，风火轮。
它可以飞下来，
它也可以飞上去，它可以飞，它很棒。
它不是命，它要改变它的命运。
谢谢你的答案，谢谢你参加，非常感谢，谢谢。
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so any one of you want to share? 还有哪位想要分享一下自己最喜欢的中国英雄吗？哦，Hi, Hello， 你们好。
我是来自泰国的学生，叫周静海。
哦，你好。
我最喜欢的，你好。我最喜欢的神是妈祖，他原本是 一个中国福建的一个女孩，在升为神仙前，她就勇敢救过遇到船难的父亲和哥哥，然后变成神仙后，她专门保护所有在水上旅行的人。有趣的是，泰国的麦亚南和妈祖很像，因为他们的名字翻译成中文都叫妈祖。可能因为古代中国和泰国的海上交流，就是让两个国家的信仰产生了关系。现在泰国人坐汽车或飞机时，也向妈祖寻求保护。这说明不仅被中国人尊敬，也影响了其他的文化。因此，我最喜欢的神是妈祖。
哦，你讲的非常好，感谢你讲的很清楚，而且有很多的历史渊源，而且还涉及到了不同的文化交流。我觉得可能我们做这样的节目，这样的交流的意义就在于此，我们会发现。可能一个同源的神话或者文化，随着时间的推移，在不同的地方也有了不同的发展。那当我们再一次去比较的时候，就会觉得这样的交流非常有趣，而且可以看到这个同源的故事在不同的文化土壤中生长出来的样子。非常感谢你，谢谢，这是一个很好的回答，感谢你。Anyone else want to share your favorite superhero？ 我们还有另外想要分享自己最爱的神话英雄的同学吗？嗨，你好。
我最喜欢的神话就是悟空，因为
Sure。
因为我玩了这个游戏叫黑神话悟空，你们认识吗？
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Black Myth, yeah.
太棒了，很好玩。I think it's the most popular Chinese game that's come over to the Western side of the world. I think it's put Chinese game development in such a good spot. I think we can expect to see so much from Chinese game developers now that they got like what? They got the Players Voice Award, the developers behind the game, for how good the game was, and it was able to show so many people outside of China the character of Wukong and how cool that character is. And also, I think I see a lot of similarities between me and Wukong. I think we both like to get up to a lot of mischief. So yeah, 我最喜欢 Wukong， 最喜欢。
我也很喜欢这个回答，因为其实，很多中国神话随着时间的推移，它会衍生出很多不同的版本，然后它也会一直在这个流行文化当中扮演很重要的角色。包括黑神话之所以能这么火爆，除了游戏设计的很好，故事也很好玩，除此之外，其实很重要的也跟它的文化的根源很相关。特别是对于中文爱好者来讲，其实悟空的确是一个文化大 IP， 所以我非常理解你对他的喜欢，我也很喜欢他。谢谢你，
谢谢你。
Thank you.
Thank you.
Likes to get in a bit of mischief, I
Yeah.
guess. Huh? That's what makes the character so relatable.
Anyone else?
See lots of hands up.
Yes. Hi, 你好。
Hello, 你好。
大家好，我叫高俊杰，今年11岁，来自法国里昂小熊猫学校。我是那个我最喜欢的神话故事是神农。
神农啊？为什么？
因为我觉得神农尝百草，因为他为了人们而牺牲，可是就是他不仅教人们怎么种五谷，还教了人们还为人们尝了很多草。
你讲得很好，谢谢。小熊猫学校是吗？
对。
谢谢你，谢谢。嗨，你好。
Hello.
我是爱尔兰的科克大学的一个学生。我的最喜欢的英雄也是后羿。我觉得他这个后羿射日这那个故事 不仅是表达后羿的勇敢，也是表达他的谦虚，因为他实践这个9个太阳以后，别人要送给他礼物，但是他都拒绝了他们，因为他说这个是应该的。然后我也很喜欢这个后羿的故事和中秋节有关系，因为后来就是后羿的妻子就是这个嫦娥这个月亮的那个神仙，我觉
女神
得这个
，yes。
女生，对，也是一个很浪漫的一个故事。
这是一个很浪漫的故事，非常感谢你的答案，谢谢你，谢谢。And those are some really good answers.
Really good answers. And can I say, too, I'm really impressed by the Chinese
Right?
language abilities.
Yes.
Goodness me, I think that's going to be a theme throughout our program.
Oh, yes.
Today. Also impressive, the knowledge of the characters as well. Yeah.
What is your answer, though? I want to ask you.
For me, Chinese character?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to go recent, I think. I'm going to go with Nuja.
Sure. Why?
Yeah.
Can I ask why?
I like him.
哪吒?
I like him. He thinks outside the box a little bit, doesn't he? Right? He looks for answers that aren't necessarily the obvious answers.
That's a good.
And I like
good reason.
I like his attitude. Even if life or fate hasn't really given him a fair shake, so to speak, he still keeps a really responsible attitude as well. So, and considering he's quite young. Then I think that's quite quite impressive, right?
It is.
To have those characteristics. What's your answer?
Well, my answer would be Mulan. That's a good answer too, right?
That's a good answer. Why though?
It's a hero. She is very powerful. She finds her way in a mainly man power kind of society.
Right.
And she doesn't give in because of her disadvantages. And I think one most important trait of Mulan and actually of a lot of Chinese heroes is that the reason they are fighting the fight, they are focusing on the things that they want to do is because they want to do more for the society, for their people. They want to contribute. They want to give instead of receive. And even for Mulan, she does not fight in the war because she wants to be some big shot. It's because she wanted to protect her people.
So we see that perhaps as a continuing theme in Chinese mythology, that theme of doing something for the better good, for the greater good. Not so much about the self, but more so about the community.
And that is why I think 无私奉献 would be a very important trait or character. 无私 means selfless. So 无 is have no. 私 is personal or self. So 无私 would be selfless.
Okay.
And 奉献 is contribute.
无私奉献.
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 Yes, so that would be a very important trait of Chinese characters. 无私奉献. So for you to be a hero in the hearts of Chinese people, you have to not doing things for yourself. You have to do things for others.
Yeah, right.
Yes, but I think that is a kind of character that all superheroes would share.
Yeah, I think you find that in Western superheroes
As
too,
well.
right? If you think of the biggest superheroes, Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, they all share those characteristics of doing their best for the community. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, of course, does the best for the citizens of New York City. Batman for the citizens of Gotham, trying to keep them safe. So that idea of having a strong character and being selfless, behaving how you want to behave as your best person, taking care of other people. Yeah, that's a common trait.
That's a
isn't it?
common trait.
Yeah.
But I want to know, are there any similarities and differences we have between Chinese superheroes and superheroes from other cultures as well?
I think if you look at mythology, for example, Greek mythology, some of the characters from Greek mythology had human traits, right? Almost flawed in a human kind of way. Zeus, for example, would be an easy example. He was flawed, wasn't he? So I think a lot of those characters had more of a humanistic personality to them almost, but Would you say that about Chinese mythology characters? Not so much?
I think so. For some Chinese mythology characters, it depends. To start with, we have some special superheroes from really long ago, like the creating the world, like 盘古开天地, 女娲造人 kind. So they start the world and created human being. Those are relatively flawless in a sense. Yet when time goes on, when we have different types of superheroes emerging from different society, environment, from different times, they started to evolve a little bit or maybe be blend with a little bit of humanity as well.
They started to take on some human characteristics.
A little bit, yeah. So that is my understanding. But I want to know your answers, our friends online. How about in your culture? Can you find some similarities and differences between the superheroes in your mythology and in Chinese mythology? Anyone want to answer that? Ooh, hello, 你好.
Hello.
在我来看，泰国的神话中，哈努曼，和中国神话中的孙悟空，具有很多的相异之处。首先，他们这都是猴王，有卓越的毅力和影响力。其实两者都各多种神奇的能力，例如呢，精神变化以及身体真子自如。此外，他们都以忠诚著称。哈努曼对喇嘛忠心耿耿。但是孙悟空忠心于唐玄奘。然而，连着他的有一点点差异。比如孙悟空是单身，但是泰国的哈努曼有结婚的，非常感谢。
我觉得就像你说的，其实不同的神话或者说同样的神话角色，大家都会产生不一样的印象，因为它传到不同的文化当中之后，也会发生变化，而且可以找到自己文化当中对于这个神话留下的印记，也是一件很有意思的事情。非常感谢你，谢谢你的回答，很好的回答。还有要分享自己的答案的同学吗？哦，嗨，你好。
我的中文名字叫宫西美，我来自俄罗斯圣彼得堡。
Hello， 你好，宫西美同学，你好。
中国神话英雄和俄罗斯神话英雄有很多，他们很像的地方有很多，最明显的就是勇敢。俄罗斯有一个火鸟，跟中国的凤凰差不多，但是俄罗斯的火鸟是比较调皮的一个神话英雄，也不是英雄，就是人物。而凤凰只有有皇帝在的时候会出现。火鸟喜欢吃苹果，会逃跑，反正就是很调皮。凤凰是特别
庄严，
对，特别庄严，注重现实，追求和谐。
那还是有蛮多不同点的，但我觉得你讲的非常好，我理解你的意思，谢谢，这是一个很好的答案，谢谢宫喜美，谢谢你。And for superheroes, one thing that I think in China we see there are superheroes, 超级英雄，神话人物。There are also 大侠. So 侠 would be like those with great martial arts skills.
Okay.
And they also go outside, help people. But a main distinction between these two types of heroes in the Chinese culture, and I think in a lot of different cultures as well, would be that superheroes have superpowers.
Oh, well, not every superhero.
Super rich is a superpower.
Well, okay, yeah, we're broadening our definition there. No, I was thinking along the lines of, not every superhero has lasers that can shoot out of their eyes. But yeah, somehow, some way, even though it might only be their personal character, yeah, somehow they are a superhero.
Yes, so in that case, I was wondering if there is a superpower that you get to choose that you can have, what would it be? But hold on to that. You can think about your answer.
Okay.
Because I want to know your answers. Our friends online, what is the superpower that you wish you have, or is your favorite superpower that you can have? It can be from a certain Chinese mythology story. It can also be out of nowhere. 所以你最喜欢的超能力，你最想拥有的超能力是什么呢？跟我们分享一下。你好，嗨，你好。我想问你最希望拥有的超能力是什么？
就是隐身。
哦。为什么？
这样我的哥哥不会看见我，他就不会烦我。
那你会隐身了之后去烦他吗？让他也找不到你？
我会的。
啊，很淘气的一个超能力。那你知道的中国神话中，中国的超级英雄中谁有这个超能力啊？
孙悟空。
对，孙悟空有，好棒，谢谢你，谢谢你的分享，这个很可爱的答案。其实我们说超能力都会想到说要去做一些很伟大的事情，但是有时候可能只是为了生活中的一些小趣味也很值得。So the superpower being invisibility, and reason is to mess with her brother. Right? It's lovely. It's a lovely answer. 非常可爱的答案。我们还有其他答案吗？大家可以举手，然后我们可以开麦。
您好，我叫韩金宝，来自泰国。
哦，嗨，你好，请问你最想要拥有的超能力是什么呀？
我最想拥有的超能力是像观音菩萨一样，拥有千手千眼，听到世间众生的呼救，并及时帮助他们，因为我希望能为别人带来了温暖和力量。
谢谢你，这个答案好温暖啊，很感人。In English, there's the saying, greater power, bigger responsibility. 你如果真的可以像观音一样千手千眼，听到一切的呼唤，那你要实现很多愿望哎。但是我觉得这是一个很好的答案，非常感谢你，谢谢。
谢谢。
And I think the reason that people are so strong on different types of superhero stories is because there are things that we cannot do within our ability. There are things that we cannot achieve by ourselves.
Yes.
But think about people living 100 years ago. They didn't have artificial intelligence.
Yes.
They didn't have internet.
Yes.
So in my opinion, I feel like technology is our superpower.
You could say that, and you could say that technology gives people superpowers perhaps that we didn't have before, because what we can achieve now as human beings, thanks to technological advances, is something that wouldn't even be in the mind of people who lived 100 or more years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It does not only open your imagination, it's the kind of game changer that with that one technology, with that one advancement, many, many other things would have happened, would have the opportunity to happen.
One example that comes to mind for me is the exoskeleton. Have you learned about this?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. This is, if you're not familiar.
I want one.
Yeah, I want
by the way.
two. If you're not familiar, it's exactly what it says it is. It's an exoskeleton, an outside skeleton. You attach it to your body, and then it can help you with different things. It can help you lift heavier items. It can help you run faster if you want to. I saw at the beginning of the year that hikers here in China were using it to help them ascend the mountain, which is really cool. Didn't think that was going to be able to help people out, an exoskeleton, even 50 years ago.
In Chinese mythology, we have the word 钢筋铁骨. So 钢 is steel, and 铁 steel, 钢 and 铁. 铁 is iron, and 筋骨 would be basically talking about your bones, your structure. So 钢筋铁骨 is saying you're as strong as having steel and iron for your bones and for your frame. But actually, that is what exoskeleton does.
That's exactly what it does.
Yes,
yeah.
So I do believe that some superpowers in the mind of our ancestors are actually happening
Coming
because
true.
of technology.
Yeah, exactly.
So the next question I want to direct to you, all of you out there, is that I want to know the relationship between modern technology, advancement, and mythology in your culture. Does it exist? Because in China, in Chinese culture, which we're going to share a little bit later, the fact that we like technology development, but we also like things to be romantic. We want to find the relationship between our long-time fantasies, long-time mythology stories, and the current day technological development.
I mean, that's kind of representative of what Chinese culture is every day, right? A blend of the very old and a blend of the very, very new, and then a blend of the new stuff we haven't even dreamt of yet.
Yes, and one thing or one way to do it is to name many of the projects, many of the engineering projects, as well as laboratory and technology projects, technological research projects, after mythology names.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. For example, there is the name of 鹊桥. It is the relay satellite for the Chang'e 4 moon exploration mission.
Okay.
We already know that the Chang'e is the lady on the moon that cannot return back to Earth. And also 鹊桥 is talking about the Magpie Bridge.
Okay.
So it's a bridge. It's in the Chinese folktale. It was formed by millions of magpies, which is why magpie 鹊 is magpie and 桥 is a bridge.
Okay.
So millions of magpies has formed the bridge. And there is a separated couple in the story, and the separated couple can meet with each other because of the Magpie Bridge. And using it to name a relay satellite is perfect because the relay satellite, right?
Yeah, it's connecting the
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's very beautiful, and the connotation is kind of really romantic and sweet.
I love hearing about these stories. Yeah, the NASA program will be one example, but you know, there's a lot of different companies too, Western companies whose logos are connected to mythology. Starbucks would be an example. Hermes would be an example. Versace is an example. Not to list off too many brand names, but just trying to show you that, yeah, there's tons of influence even in modern day companies.
Yes, here in China we have that too. We have a lot of company names and projects of these companies named after Chinese heroes, Chinese mythologies, and there are some really romantic ones.
Yeah.
And I think some of their goals are still not fully realized yet. So we use those names as a good hope.
Good luck.
Good luck as well. So that is one side of the influence of Chinese folktale, Chinese mythology as a part of a very important part of Chinese culture. And besides having the influence on the side of technological advancement, actually in everyday life, we see them the way they are, or at least see them the way that they have evolved with time. And we see them in the places that they're made.
Yeah, which is a really cool thing. And it just goes to show, the longer our history becomes, it doesn't mean that we forget about the stories from the past. They still connect to us even in this modern day.
Yes, and people, hardcore fan of these stories, of especially the adaptation of the stories in modern form. I'm talking about the Ne Zha movie.
Yes.
I'm talking about the Black Myth Wukong video games. These cultural products are made based on the reason that people love these mythologies quite so much. And the hardcore fans of these products would even go to places where these, for example, movies are shot, the video games are inspired from, and also the mythology was originally from. Go to these places to, for example, travel.
Yeah, it's one of the really cool things about Black Myth is that it got so much attention internationally because it was such a great game, because it was the first time that China had put out a game like that. And the cool thing that maybe people saw coming or maybe didn't see coming was that afterwards, where this game got developed got a whole lot of attention, right? The area of China where it got developed, the scenes from the video game.
From Shanxi province.
Right.
Yeah, that's my hometown. Come to China, come to Shanxi, enjoy a little bit of black myth.
She wouldn't stop talking about that for a long time. But anyway, the point is, it was great for the local tourism, for the local economy, people visiting there who love the game, and it just goes to show how a story from a video game can have such a huge impact on the community when perhaps you couldn't see that coming.
Yes, definitely. And there are actually many reasons to visit a country, to visit a city in a country. And I want to know your reasons. So tell me, if you get to choose a place that you visit next here in China, what that place would be?
Good question.
你最想打卡的中国旅行目的地是哪里? Let us know if you have an answer. You can raise your hands and join the show. Share your answer with me.
我最喜欢那些有很多山的风景很漂亮的地方，所以我觉得如果我再有机会可以去中国，我要去可能云南、青海这些地方。
云南、青海，很好，这也都是我很想去的地方。谢谢你，谢谢你的回答。我们来看有没有其他的答案。我们之前在法国那位男孩在热情的挥手，我们给他一个机会，让他讲一下。俊杰你好，看到了你热情的挥手，讲一下你最想去哪里？
我最想去四川。
哦，四川，
因为那边有大熊猫，然后我从来都没看过，然后我很想看。然后那边也有很多好吃的，所以我特别想去那边玩儿。
非常感谢你，谢谢你的答案。那我们线上有其他朋友也有类似的答案，告诉我们你最想要打卡的中国旅行地在哪里？线上有好多朋友举手，谢谢你们。我们来看一下 ，Hello， 你好。
我最想去的地方就是去中国的广西，有那个桂林。因为那边就是那些山呢，那个水都非常的美，风景也特别好。然后有这么的一个说法，就是桂林山水甲天下，所以我就是特去那边看一下这个风景。
首先，你知道桂林山水甲天下真的很棒，说明你学中文已经学到了一定的水准。另外，我也非常理解你对于自然风光的喜爱，自然风光会让我们的心灵得到净化，是在我们非常忙碌的生活当中很好的一个放松和调节的方式。桂林，广西桂林，谢谢你的答案，谢谢。
我最想打卡的中国旅行地是重庆。重庆是一座非常特别的城市，它位于长江和嘉陵江的交汇处。它过3/4的地方都是山地，所以中国人又称重庆为山城。这座城市的历史也很悠久。首先我想去洪崖洞，这里有层层叠叠的吊脚楼式的建筑，仿佛一座迷宫，体验空中步行街的乐趣。此外，重庆的轻轨系统非常特别，有些线路甚至可以穿越居民楼，坐上这样的轻轨像过山车一样，肯定会让我兴奋不已。所以我想去的地方远不止这些，我想走遍这个城市的每一个角落。所以如果有机会去中国，我一定会去重庆，这座让我梦寐以求的城市。
谢谢你，你的答案也讲得太好了吧！听你讲完，我都想去重庆了。怎么会这么会挑这个重庆的亮点啊？重庆的确是一座非常有魅力的城市。谢谢你的回答，希望你的答案有在其他的同学心中种草啊！种草重庆这座很好、很美丽的、很有趣的、很能够给大家留下深刻印象以及留下非同寻常的体验感的城市。而重庆还有非常好吃的火锅啊！非常想去重庆，谢谢你，
谢谢。
Wow, I didn't see this coming actually. I thought Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou would be on the list, but they're not.
Yeah. That's what I was expecting too, because those are the places, those are the big name places, if you will. that people internationally tend to know about, right?
Yes.
But there's so many other great places in China, so many other really modern, huge cities, high-tech cities in China that maybe don't get as much attention on the international stage, but they definitely get the attention with our audience today.
Oh yes,
That's
we have
cool.
Sichuan province.
Yunnan.
We have Yunnan. We have Guangxi, Guilin, and all of the amazing sites, natural resources, delicious food. We say 美景、美食 and 美丽的人, beautiful people for sure. Those would be good answers.
There's a lot of history here in China, and when you travel around, you get a chance to discover all of it.
Yes, and like Steve has already said, it's always a blend of modern time and also history of the past and present, because it is precisely because of what we did in the past that created who we are here today for the present. And that actually brings us to the end of today's show. And for those of you who are online joining today's show, thank you again. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us and be a part of this show today. We know that, time differences were a little bit tough and that made it a challenge, but it seemed like everybody was really excited. It seemed like everybody had a great time. I know I had a great time. I'm pretty sure you did as well. And hopefully we got to learn a lot of things today too.
Yes, and thank you guys so much again. And for those of you who are joining us here online watching the program, if there's anything you want to say, especially the questions we asked our friends joining us online, you can also answer these questions. Who's your favorite Chinese superhero? Which is the superpower you want to have? You can leave your answers in the comment area, or you can send us email to crlearnchinese@gmail.com. And as always, follow Chinese Folktales, follow Takeaway Chinese podcast. In these programs, you get to enjoy a lot of Chinese culture, Chinese language, and Chinese fun.
Follow all of it. Learn all of it. Hang out with us as much as you can.
Yes, and a lot of thumbs up. And thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.